Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to our podcast. Please like our channel to give me energy. Leave a comment and tell me to see if you like this podcast or not. Let's go and find our podcast. One day, a woman named Ziba lived in a small rented house and had no one to go to work and earn money for Ziba. One day, Ziba decided to go to the crossroads to beg because Ziba knew all the rich places. She went to the crossroads for a whole day and only managed to earn $200, but she told herself that this was too little. The next day, she went to the crossroads where there was no money and earned $400. She continued to do the same thing every day until she was able to buy a house for herself. But when she had no money to buy another one, she went to people's houses to earn some money. She did the same thing every day, but they gave her a little money. But she went to the beggar she used to work with and earned good money. In this way, she went to the crossroads to beg. She worked hard and earned money, and finally earned a lot of money and established a small workshop for herself so that she would no longer beg and give money to the needy. She even gathered the needy and took them to her workshop to give them work and to make their children's lives better and feed them. In this workshop, there was both a woman and a man. After a few years, she sold the workshop and went to buy a factory, and her job was to produce food. After a few years, a suitor found her. The groom was very rich and could buy a triplex with his own money, and he also had one, and he had a very big factory. He was also single and had fallen in love with the woman. After the wedding, he took her on a honeymoon so that she could have a great time. They went to America and had a great time there. After the honeymoon, which lasted a month, they returned to China and bought a house together and started living there. They bought a house like a tower that was very big. The lady of the house continued her life in the factory and had a son. They became small, which was very cute. They named their son Purim, but they took great care of Purim until he could talk and then he could walk. But he dragged one leg on the floor until they went to the doctor to see why it was like this. The doctor examined him and found that his leg was short and could no longer be straightened. Purim was also upset. Then they took Purim to the first grade to study. Because of this, Purim's school was mixed, and girls and boys were together until the 6th grade. Then the 7th grade. He did very well in his first term, and the next term they generally said he had to study at home. Purim's family accepted him, and it was like this until the 9th grade. When he reached the 10th grade, he went with his father to register, but they said that since your son can walk, he can't be in this school. Purim's father said, "Why are they here?" The principal said, "These boys are all in wheelchairs, but Purim can walk and he has to go." Purim's father took him with him to register somewhere else, but before that, they got a house in another place to live and a school nearby. Go to their house so that Purim can go to school. The first day Purim went, he saw that all the children were healthy, but Purim's leg was also disabled. But he said, "Leave it, I'll stay in this school until it's over." Then, in the first few days, he became friends with other children, but he fought with many and they made him sign a pledge not to fight anymore. Then, in the 10th grade, he fought a lot in his class and cut off contact with many people. He only had one girlfriend, whose house was also close by. They were very close friends. Then Purim got her phone number and they became friends. In the 10th grade, Purim was not very good at school and he spent that year cheating on his friend and writing. His friend was also very studious and interested, but Purim didn't like it at all. He always wanted to go and earn money with his phone. But his father wouldn't let him do these things because he said maybe he didn't have money, and no matter what he said, why did Dad have money? But his father would force him to take it to school until Parham finished school. But after school, he always wanted to do the same things until someone came and took Parham with him to work. But Parham still didn't want to work, and he always wanted to earn a lot of money with his phone. But it was not possible for him to make $1,000 with Rory's phone. For example, one day, while searching for these jobs on his phone, he met someone who said, "I make billions of dollars every day doing these jobs." Then she met the man and secretly dated him until he made a fortune. But he had fooled her because she didn't know anything. He told her to go and start working in digital currencies, but she didn't know how, so she invested money, and then she lost all her money, and she was close to being thrown in jail for this wickedness. Then he went to work in a bakery and started a YouTube channel. He spent all the money he made on his channel and went crazy. He kept talking to himself and saying, "I want to buy an island for myself." His father said, "You're delusional and don't understand what you're saying." And Parham said, "I'm not listening to you." Then he went back to investing in digital currencies with his bakery money, and no one could tell him which currency to buy and then sell. Then he spent all his money from work on this, but he couldn't get anything done. Then he told his father what to do. "I lost all my capital." His father said, "I told you from the beginning, don't go into this kind of thing. They are so skilled in this business that I can't even touch them." Then Parham hit a rock and didn't go any further. He went to a barber shop for work. Since he had just arrived, they told him he had to give him 2 million tomans to make your son a Vesta for 6 months. Then Parham's father gave him the 2 million tomans, and Parham started learning how to be a barber. Many mothers came to that barber shop to keep their children from turning their heads and getting spoiled. When a child came, Parham would go and give the children some brooms to distract them and let the barber cut their hair. Parham would go to the shop at 9 in the morning, open the shop and clean it until the barbers came and started making money. Every day Parham would stop by to learn so he could get his hands on it and become an Avesta for himself. After 6 months, Parham became a professional barber and was able to open a shop for himself. He had also found many customers for himself, and with the money he had received from his customers, he went into digital currencies again, but he didn't make much profit. But this time she told her father that she did it, and her father took her phone serious, and for a few months she didn't have money to buy a new phone, and her father didn't allow her to buy a phone for herself because her mind was all on digital currencies. But Yas continued her hairdressing again, and this time she bought herself a house and separated from her mother and father. But her mother and father were thinking of getting Parham married as soon as possible so that she could see her grandson. But after a few months of searching for a girl for Parham, they found someone who was familiar with Parham's ethics and could make Parham's life a part of it. Then when they told Parham about this, Parham got angry and said that he had to do some research because he couldn't throw himself into the well. Then he went and continued his research, and everyone said that she was a good girl but a bit of a fool. She likes to interfere in everything and see what happens, and then she likes to tell everyone. When they arrived, they saw that everyone was standing at Parham's door with flowers and sweets to see the hero home. Later that day, Parham's mother went to propose to her son, and they got a beautiful bride from his family. Then Parham himself agreed to this marriage. Then Parham went to his wife and talked to her. Then they got married and went home and started their lives. The first day after the wedding, Parham was supposed to prepare breakfast, but he woke up late, and his wife, Satish, had woken up earlier. She went and prepared breakfast and woke Param up. They had a great breakfast, honey and cream, and a few other things. Then Param and Satish went on a honeymoon with them, which they enjoyed very much. After a few days, they returned to their home and went to the market together, did some shopping in the market, and came back at noon. Satish went and made a fish stew for lunch, ate it, and made love to each other.